I had a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of cramping, and I was like, ooh, that's a bit strange. And the next morning, on the Monday morning, I was in agony, and the ultrasound lady laid me down, started to do the scan, and there was just this silence.
There was just so much blood, and it's funny the way that these things happen in life, and actually they're more gory, they're more gruesome, they're more visceral, they're more disgusting, they're more horrible than maybe you thought they would be.
I don't think people talk about miscarriage. It's only when you go through it you realise, oh, actually this is really, really common.
In 2014, I had a molar pregnancy, which is a rare type of miscarriage.
I've had 3 miscarriages this year.
We've had 2 miscarriages.
My wife had 3 miscarriages within a year, but all 3 different types of miscarriage. Who knew there were so many, there's so many different ways to have your life ripped apart.
Miscarriage doesn't just sort of get rid of your pregnancy, it ruins those dreams.
I'd wake up in the morning and for a split second, I'd be happy because I'd forgotten that I wasn't pregnant anymore. And then I'd remember.
In this country, when people get pregnant, they go, okay, we're not going to tell anyone until the 12-week scan.
Part of us thought, well, you know, even if, as they like to call it, the worst were to happen, we couldn't think of a single reason why we wouldn't want our friends to be there for us.
If you lose your baby, then surely that's the time that you need your friends and your family, you need that support, because it's really, really hard.
There were people who were going through this at the same time as I was, who we just didn't know.
I found myself just screaming in my head, like, why don't people talk about miscarriages?
The thought of going through this again is a hard thing to come to terms with.
Some people say, oh, you forget it. You forget that baby that never was once you have a healthy child.
You'll never forget the experience that you went through and the one that you didn't get.
I think I'm stronger. I think I'm braver. I think I've got a little bit more faith in myself and what I can survive. And I think it's made me more committed to opening these conversations, even if they make you cry.